Road Stories! Road Stories!
Here's a double whammy road story for you. I was in Oregon one time. Well, a couple times. But I was in Oregon. And, so I'm in Oregon and I go to a truck stop. I see this dude back in there. He's got his bags packed and stuff sitting there at a booth eating. Well, I sit down and get some breakfast. I start talking to him. Of course, I'm a social butterfly. Well, this kid said he's from Indianapolis, and I said, oh, that's interesting. He said he hitchhiked all the way across the country, went to California, lived under bridges, all that stuff. Well, I said, wintertime's coming. I can get you out of the area. Try to get you back close to Indianapolis. Well, he says, okay, grabs his stuff, jumps in, we take off. Well, end up in Idaho. He starts talking about wanting to sell a ring or something, trying to make some money. I didn't want to buy a ring or a knife his grandpa had. So I get back then on your instead of having a card where you get points on it, you had fuel receipt tickets, and you rip off a little corner and that had points on it. And sometimes you have shower credit on there, rip it off. And so I give him a bunch of those. And the time before that, we stop. He sets up his tent somewhere out in the woods, and I go and find him. I said, hey man, if you want to go, you better get going. Pack this shit up. So we did. And then he starts asking for money and stuff, and that's cool. I get it, but I wasn't giving out any money. I'm already giving a ride and feeding the dude and stuff. And so I stop. I tell him, this is as far as I can let you go, even though I was actually going to Indianapolis, but he ruined it by trying to call me out of money and stuff, which I get it, but he likes hitchhiking. Now, that being said, he loved hitchhiking and adventure. He lived with his grandma in Indianapolis, and I guess he just had to get out. So 2 years later, I see him when I come just before Monteagle in Tennessee. His tent is set up there in the middle of the road. I was like, damn, that kid, man, is really hitchhiking around. That was 2 years later. And then another year later, I'm coming through the panhandle of Florida, and I see his tent off the side of the road. And he told me, I want to go to Florida. I've never been there. So sure as shit, he made it to Florida, the good part, the panhandle. If you've never been to the panhandle, you need to. West Florida. Yeah. Anyway, that's another road story.
Road Stories!
From Road Stories.
Road Stories!